Hey guys, so you are looking at the order I wasn't gonna place and then I placed. So that is for this vintage Chic scents restock, and what I just could not resist was this Goodnight Sweetheart sampler. If you watch one of the last VCS videos, I got her lavender sampler and I was so totally blown away, like absolutely blown away. There was not one scent in that sampler that I didn't love. It was so good, and that order was like phenomenal. And I could not wait to melt those scents. So when I saw that she was posting this one, which was a similar sampler, but it had some of these scents from the lavender sampler that I loved, and then it had some new ones that I haven't been fortunate enough or quick enough to grab in other restocks, that I was like, okay, this sampler like has my name all over it. I have to get it. It's pretty much lavender and mint. Like, it's gorgeous. And it's called the Goodnight Sweetheart sampler, but what I learned just from that lavender sampler is her like bedtime scents can also be used really well for like cleaning scents or fresh day scents, or just like when you want a really lovely scent going on through your home. Like, I don't know, that they're so good, and they're not all like I need them to go to sleep. Like, some of them, like when I opened that lavender sampler, some of them were like, wow, I want to melt this like during the day because I want to enjoy every moment of scent that it gives off instead of like sleeping through half of the melt. So I could not resist this one. Let me just grab the scent list, because I did write down all these scents, so I have it in my planner here. Yeah, I couldn't resist it. I had to grab it. It was a pretty decent price. Let me see if I have the price list. So yeah, this was $37, and I believe it's like 30 ounces of wax or something close to that, or maybe more, maybe like 32. I don't quite remember all the details, but I feel like her samplers are always a pretty good deal, a good bang for your buck with them. Let's see, so I guess, was there any, oh yeah. So the other thing I wanted to mention was I did have a couple of my like waxy friends who are new to VCS as well and watch my videos send me messages and be like, so I've melted VCS, and what are your thoughts on the throw? Because I'm not getting much. Like, the throw is pretty weak. I'm not like loving it. I thought it would be stronger. Other vendors are stronger, blah, blah, blah. So like my first response back was, well, how long have they cured for? Like, did you melt them right after you got them? Did you let them sit? And they were like, no, I melted them pretty quickly after I got them. So I said the same thing to everyone who asked that to me, and I was like, well, I haven't melted any of my VCS yet, so I really can't comment on the throw. And that is why my orders are a little on the smaller side, just because I haven't melted it yet. I'm not gonna spend hundreds of dollars on a vendor whose wax I haven't melted, but I did know that, like, from that lavender sampler, I did really like the scents that I got, and I've heard that her mint scents are crazy strong, like even if you don't let them cure, so I figured I would give them a shot. I did love that minty loaf I got on the last restock, and then the other ones for like a bedroom melt, you don't really need crazy strong for a bedroom, like to sleep to, and also bedrooms are smaller rooms, so figured even if they're not that strong, if they're just bedroom melts, it's all good. But I haven't melted any of my VCS because I'm letting it cure for a minimum of 6 months, and to be perfectly honest with you, I probably will cure them even longer. I probably won't melt most of them for at least a year, and especially because I only started ordering a couple months ago, so most of the scents I have are fall scents, with the exception of the lavender and mint blends that I have. So with having so many fall scents, I'm just kind of saving them for next fall. I'm not really burning them now, and that's because from what I've picked up about VCS from watching a ton of videos, from stalking through Instagram posts, from reading through the group and things like that, what I've kind of like come to realize is that the people who cure them longer, and I mean like 6 months, 8 months, a year, some people even more than a year. Sometimes you see people melting scents from 2014. So the longer it's cured for, and I'm talking like upwards to a year and over, I don't hear complaints about the throw. People say like it's so strong, it's amazing. And then the people who do say something like the throw isn't what they imagined, or it's not as good as they would like, it's not as strong as they would like, are the people who are giving it, melting it right away, or giving it like 1, 2 to 3 months of cure time. And I've experienced firsthand with other wax that I have, including paraffin, which is supposed to be like, you know, you can melt it right away and it's strong. But like my paraffin wax, I can burn it, I can melt it the day I get it, and like, yeah, I can smell it, but the longer it sits, the stronger it gets. And that's the type of wax that doesn't even need a cure time. So I'm big on curing my wax. I really do. I found that the longer it sits, the better it is, with the exception of obviously some vendors, some soy, but I've heard that VCS does its best, like sometimes up to a year. So most of my stuff, I'm pretty much holding out for a year. And I know it can be hard to like get something and you're so excited about it, but I just pretty much put this back in the box, like the shipping box I got it in. I stuff it under some other bin and it's like out of sight, out of mind, and I just don't worry about it. Like I go through other wax melt and it's not even in my face because I've hidden it away from myself, and I just kind of forget about it, and then it's almost like a little surprise months to a year later. It's like, oh, I forgot about this. But I totally get it. I was talking to one of my friends and she's like, well, that's a little ridiculous. Like it's so hard to get it. Her restocks are so crazy. Like what's the point of a crazy, stressful restock only to squirrel your wax away for 6 months to a year and, you know, not even be able to enjoy it right away? Like that's crazy. And I totally get that. I totally do. I get both sides of it. I think me personally, I have the mentality where I have that like hoarderish mentality where when I get things, and this is not just about wax. I mean, this is about everything. Like I keep things in their original boxes. I store things away. I never use anything immediately. I'm so not an instant gratification type of person. I'm more like, I want to hold on to it. I want to wait till I'm really going to enjoy it. Like even like perfumes. Like if I get a nice, and I have a perfume collection video somewhere back here. Like I love my perfumes. Even those, like if I get a new one, I'll leave it in the box and like put it in my perfume drawer and like not even go back to it for like a couple of months and then like start wearing it. Like or like a hair tool. Like I just bought a curling iron 2 weeks ago. I haven't even used it yet. Like that's my mentality. That's who I am as a person. So that's why this type of wax does work for me, because it doesn't bother me to let something sit for months. Like it doesn't bother me. I kind of like it. Like I like knowing it's there, and like when I'm ready, it'll be like fresh and cured and strong and I'll be able to enjoy it. Like, I don't know. I know it's weird and it's probably like a problematic personality aspect to me, but it's just how I am. It's how I like to enjoy things. Even like food, like my favorite, like if I get a plate of food, like let's say, you know, it's Thanksgiving dinner, and what's my favorite? Like mashed sweet potatoes, whatever. Like that's the last thing on my plate I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna eat my favorite food first. Like I'm gonna eat everything else and then I'm gonna save that to the end and enjoy it. Like that's just my personality. So, you know, if you know you're like an instant gratification type of person, maybe this isn't really the vendor for you. Or maybe another thing to do is like watch your videos, research, ask in the group, and find out which scents are the strongest. Like for example, I've heard a lot of people say that her mint scents, like her Central Park Snow Globe and those, they melt them immediately or like even after a month and they're still strong, because you can smell her mint on cold, and her mint is just such a strong fragrance oil that it doesn't need as much cure time. So I would say go about it that way. Like see the ones that are strongest, the ones people say do give off a throw sooner than other scents that may need a longer cure time, and stick with those scents. And then if you're someone like me, by all means, buy away, squirrel it away, have fun, enjoy yourself. Like, I know I just spent 10 minutes probably letting you guys all know my neuroses and psychotic problems, but that is just me. So anyway, enough with that. Let's just get into it. So we'll start with the sample here, and I really love this little like Halloween-y type bag. So I was so excited when I saw this because I had seen people posting, and I saw some people get her pistachio scent, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dying to smell her pistachio. Like, watch, I won't get that one. And her pistachio was in my order, and I was so excited. So the first sample here is Somebody to Love, and I have her scent list here because I have no idea what this one is. Let me see. Somebody to Love is Blueberry Cobbler Crunch. And this is like a deep, heavy blueberry. It definitely smells like a blueberry cobbler. And this was poured a while ago. This was poured in August, so that could be why it smells so strong and so heavy right now, because it is already pretty cured. So you see the cute little like purpley sparkles on there. So as somebody who loves blueberry cobbler crunch, really nice deep blueberry. That's like a nice fall fruity because it is such a deep fruity scent. So there's that. And then here's the one I was literally squealing when I saw this sample, and that is Lucy and Ethel. And let me just look up the scent description, make sure it's not just pistachio. If there's anything else in here, because I don't know. Lucy and Ethel is pistachio pudding cake and coconut marshmallow. So I knew there was something else in there. Really pretty green color. And you can see a little bit of glitter on top of there. It's like a goldish, yeah, it's gold. That is so good. I don't really pick up the coconut marshmallow. I'm assuming it just makes this pistachio scent a little bit creamier because this is a very creamy pistachio. I, for one, love pistachio. It doesn't smell like the actual nut. It smells like amaretto to me. Like if you've ever drank Di Serono, it's like a really sweet amaretto liqueur. I love it. It smells like Di Serono to me. And what, like my dad drinks this and like he got me really into it. But Di Serono with a splash of cranberry juice, it's a phenomenal drink. And this smells almost exactly like this. Any type of pistachio blend really reminds me of Di Serono. And I guess like it reminds me of my dad. So it's like a really comforting scent to me, and I love pistachio. But her pistachio doesn't really smell much different than any other vendor's pistachio. Like I feel like pistachio is pistachio. Kind of smells the same across the board. I know some people say it can smell more like cherry or whatever, but I think they all kind of smell the same. But maybe I haven't really smelled that many. So let's get into this Goodnight Sweetheart sampler. So the first one on here is Joanna, and this one I was really excited to try because I've heard so many good things about Kirby's shaving cream blends. So this is strawberry, rosemary, mint, and shaving cream. And I should have like opened all these before I started the video, but so really pretty like sage green and gray. I love these colors. And this just smells like mint to me. I don't get shaving cream per se. Like it doesn't smell like, you know, that Gillette shaving cream. It just smells minty, masculine. I do not pick up the strawberry or the rosemary or like the shaving cream directly. I mostly just get mint with like a background of almost like an aftershave masculine type of scent, like that a man who just got out of the shower. Like it smells like minty and masculine, not cologne-y, just like manly. I like it. It's just not really what I expected. I think I expected the strawberry to be stronger. I think I expected to be like that Hello Gorgeous pink something loaf I got, like strong strawberry with like a minty background, but it's really just knock you in the face and mint. But again, needs a lot of cure time. This was just poured, so I don't know, maybe it'll change over time. So Margot's Pearls is coconut marshmallow cream pie and lavender vanilla, which sounds like heaven. I love lavender. I love coconut. And this is that like mauvey, like light ballerina pink and then purple. And this is beautiful. You really get that, like, I love Kirby's coconut because it's not sunscreen coconut. It's more like toasted coconut, like legitimate toasted, like foodie bakery type coconut. It's really nice. So this isn't like sunscreeny lavender. It's like bakery coconut cake and lavender. It's really, really nice. That'll be a good one that actually like I would melt at nighttime because I love lavender and bakery to fall asleep to. So this is Lancelot and Guinevere. I was so excited for this one. This is like one of the reasons I bought this sampler because this is Vanilla Lace Type, which is a lotion perfume. It's a scent from Victoria's Secret, but a scent that I wore every single day. I forgot if it was like high school or college, but either way, sometime back in that era of my life when I was younger, I lived for this scent. Like I would do the body wash, the lotion, the spray, like it lived in my gym bag. Like this was my shit. I love vanilla. And then as I got older, I matured from the Vanilla Lace Victoria's Secret to the Laura Mercier Vanilla Gourmand, which is like a similar musky vanilla type of scent. But I love this fragrance so much. And Kirby's dupe is spot on. So this is like a nice light navy blue and gray. I love gray and wax. It's exactly as I remember it. Like it smells like my youth. It smells so good. Like my college days or whenever it was. But Oh my God, this was like my date night shit. Like, I loved this scent. I loved it. It was so good. I think it was high school. You know, I really don't remember. It was somewhere in there. But it takes me back. It's a really nostalgic scent, and it is so good. That's one I'll probably just like melt throughout my house, not necessarily to sleep to. This is Mr. Sandman. This is one I was like a little nervous of. I didn't know if I would like this or not. And this is rosemary, mint, peppermint, eucalyptus, and spearmint. Now, I'm not crazy about eucalyptus, spearmint, or rosemary mint. So I was like, eh. But Kirby has a way of blending that I love this. That's what I mean, like a sampler like this, when you know you like, like I know I like mint, I know I like lavender. This was the only one that I thought I wouldn't like, and I still liked it. So gorgeous wax with that white and creamy blue. It is just, I mean, they just all blend perfectly. I don't get one more than the other. I just get a really delightful, crisp, clean mint, and I think it's amazing. That'll be really nice, like in the winter time, like after Christmas, because it's not like a Christmassy like cookie type mint. It's like a fresh, clean. I feel like it'd be really nice in February or March. Next is Central Park Snow Globe, and this was a unicorn loaf this month, and I know people go crazy over this one, and I'm gonna be honest, and I hope you guys don't hate me for it, but I just don't really get the hype. It's peppermint cream Noel, and it just smells like peppermint to me. It reminds me a lot of Bath & Body Works Twisted Peppermint Candle. I thought it would be like a creamier vanilla peppermint, but it's not. It's pretty much just straight up mint. I just get mint. It really reminds me of the Twisted Peppermint Candle. I have nothing else to compare it to. So I wouldn't like worry about missing this in a restock, because you can just get Twisted Peppermint from Bath & Body Works. It's really like the same thing, unless it changes as it cures, which it might. I know her wax has a tendency to do that, but I like it. I don't think it lives up to the hype. Like I wouldn't like hype over it every month like I see so many people doing. I don't think it's anything that special, or like it's not something you can't get anywhere else. So next is Rosemary's Baby, and this is another one I had in the lavender sampler. This is lavender mint, and this is beautiful. It's a perfect blend of the two scents. You get lavender and mint equally, maybe a little stronger on the lavender. It's very herbal. It is just absolutely gorgeous. That would be a really nice spring melt, like when it's springtime, but it's still a little cold. That scent would be perfect. Next is Grandma's Pearls, which is lavender, vanilla, marshmallow. And this one, I do understand the hype for. A lot of people go crazy for this one, but I think this scent is worth it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, like an herbal lavender and creaminess. The creaminess and the vanilla that's in Grandma's Pearls, and the balance of the lavender and the marshmallow is what I anticipated Central Park Snow Globe to be like, but with mint instead of lavender. Like, this is a perfect balance of the two, whereas this is just mint. But again, this is just cold sniff. It may be totally different after it cures. It may be totally different melting. So it's just my first impression. It's not, I'm not saying that's what the scent is, because it could be totally different when it warms. I will give it that. Next is To Catch a Thief, and this one I think should get more hype. I actually like this a little bit better than the Central Park Snow Globe. This is Peppermint Noel Cotton Candy, and this just smells like a candy cane. This just reminds me of Christmas time. It's like, it's not sweet or creamy, at least not on cold, but it's like if you've ever smelled a candy cane, like you know that scent. It's like, it's minty, but you know it's still candy. That's what To Catch a Thief smells like a box of candy canes in December. I'm sorry my dishwasher is on if you hear my sink gurgling right now. This is another one along with, what was that other one I saw? Along with the Lancelot and Guinevere. This Pillow Talk I got in my lavender sampler, and I would get like an entire blossom bag of this, like, or a loaf in this. This is absolutely amazing. Pillow Talk is sweet lavender, fluffy white cake, whipped cream, and strawberry, and I can't even describe to you how divine this fragrance is. Oh my gosh, you get that strawberry first, but then you get the lavender, and like fruity lavenders are just, oh, I love them. Like raspberry and lavender, strawberry and lavender, coconut and lavender, like those are some of my favorites, and the coloring on this is just gorgeous. So girly, so beautiful. And then two left in here. This one is 1,000 Times Goodnight. This was also in lavender sampler, and this is lavender chamomile. And this is one that I wouldn't necessarily put in the bedroom. This is more just like a beautiful fresh scent that I would just melt throughout my home on like a cleaning day. It's mostly, you get that chamomile. It's just super, super fresh. Almost like watery, it's so fresh. It's beautiful though. This would be so nice on like a hot summer day. And then lastly, oh, two more. Milk glass. Now I've had blackberry milk glass, but I've never had just her straight up milk glass. And this is wild berry cake batter sugar milk. And I've actually really come to like sugar milk scents, and Kirby's is awesome. I love that wild berry cake batter in here. It's just, I would actually melt this in the bedroom at nighttime. It's so pretty. It's like, it's not really sour, but you can tell it's like a milky smell, but not necessarily sour. I can't really describe it, but I like it. And I did not think I would like sugar milk, but turns out I do. And finally is Hello Gorgeous. I was excited for this one as well. This is strawberry, mint, and marshmallow. Again, I feel like this is more what I thought that Joanna would smell like, with like a hint of rosemary. But this I got in that loaf. I got the Hello Gorgeous, and I think I Believe in Pink was the overpour, and I loved it. So I was looking forward to smelling Hello Gorgeous on its own, and it did not disappoint. You get hit with the mint first, but then as you sniff it, you get that strawberry, and you just smell both of them evenly, like more so than blended together. You just smell both scents, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So that is it. That is my Goodnight Sweetheart sampler. I'm really glad that I went and ordered this one. So many awesome scents, and I'm really excited to give these guys a melt, although it probably won't be a long time, for a long time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.